Hi, so I'm here talking to Steve Barclay. Steve Barclay has been the Brexit Secretary for a bit over a year now. Thank you for speaking to Unapologetic, Steve. Here we are at the count. You haven't got your result in yet, but for about the last year you've been a leaver, really. You've been, even before it was fashionable to be a leaver. So do you feel vindicated?
Well, I've always, Steve, been a leaver. When I was in the Government Whip's office, out of the 17 Government Whips, I was the only one to back leaving, which was a fairly lonely place at that time. People expected Remain to win. And in fact, I was the only Treasury Minister. I then went into the Treasury to support Brexit. And again, that wasn't perhaps the orthodox view of the Treasury at that time. But we've got a Prime Minister who is committed to leaving, and I think what we've seen from the British public today, with the results, obviously a lot of results still to come in, but what appears to be a clear message that they want Brexit done, they want to move the country forward, and obviously I think that's a way of ending the uncertainty that we've seen in Parliament. I think it'd be good for the economy, but also good for our democracy.
So how long do you think it's going to take?
Well, we're committed to getting out by the 31st of January. The Prime Minister is very clear on that. We've got a deal that is ready to go. And if we've got the numbers in Parliament, and hopefully following the election result, we will have a clear majority in Parliament. And providing we do, we can get that legislation through and get Brexit delivered.
You didn't say oven ready. You've got to say oven ready. It's like the trademark phrase. I think our viewers would be interested in knowing what it's like to work with Boris.
Well, it's great fun. I think he's firstly very clear in the objectives that he sets. When we went into the negotiation, I spent a lot of time travelling around Europe, around the European capitals, seeing the various ministers there, and he was very clear that we needed to address the backstop, concerns regarding the anti-democratic nature of the backstop, the fact that Parliament had repeatedly rejected it. So very clear objectives for us in terms of the negotiation as part of that team. And also it's very good fun to work with. So he has a joie de vivre in terms of his style. So good company, but clear direction.
People like him, don't they? Do you think that his personable nature has been part of his success?
Yeah, I think what really matters is authenticity in politics. And I think what people see with the Prime Minister is someone that actually likes getting out, meeting people, enjoys campaigning, enjoys debating, actually understands that people were frustrated with Brexit and wanted to move it forward, and I think he brought that to government, brought that clear vision.
And do you think Labour underestimated the strength of the Leave vote? Do you think that perhaps part of their mistake is that they weren't strong enough about where they stood?
Yeah, I think we need to see the full results come in and see exactly where things are, but I think at the last general election, Labour were very clear in their manifesto. They said they were going to respect the referendum result, but then they voted against every different way of leaving possible. And I think many people saw through the fact that they had promised in their manifesto to respect the result and then hadn't done so. And ultimately, the British people are our bosses.
They're punishing them for it, aren't they?
They said, when they had the referendum in 2016, Parliament said, we will respect the result. Then in the general election in 2017, they were told by both main parties in the manifestos they'd respect the result. And then they saw a Parliament that wasn't doing so. And I think what it appears to have happened today is the British public have had their say and they want to ensure that it is now done.
Absolutely, fair play to them. So we haven't had your result in yet, Steve. Do you feel confident?
Well, it's looking positive so far. I've been fortunate in increasing my majority from 2010, 15, 17. Hopefully there may be scope to do that tonight, but obviously let's wait for the result to come in and we'll see what it is.
Well, we are Unapologetic, are big fans. We very much hope that you win tonight. Thank you so much for speaking to us.
A pleasure. Thanks, Steve.
Thanks. Perfect.